Hi guys, today we will be installing the brand new Automotive Passion dry carbon fiber mirror cap replacements for the Porsche Cayman 718. So we've got the originals and we've got our new replacements side by side, and we can compare and have a look at some of the mounting point locations which are identical, which we have made in the exact same positions. All of the clips All right, enough of that. Let's go ahead and get them fitted up on our car. Starting off, we are going to remove the glass. I've already removed it halfway for purposes of the video, but I'm going to talk you through the steps to remove it. So firstly, using a heat gun, from a distance, I took my time for about 5 minutes, from a good distance, heating up the glass. Make sure to not be too close to it. Take your time, and then with a microfiber cloth, I was able to get my hands under the bottom of the mirror lens after having adjusted it on the driver's side all the way to the position where it was tilted for the top of the lens to be all the way in and the bottom to be adjusted. So I tilted it all the way up so that I was just able to get my fingers with a microfiber all the way underneath, and then slowly being able to pry it and pull it out of the mirror housing itself. So as you can see, there are only two small little metal pins holding it in place that slip on in, and the back side there. Now what I've actually done is, many people remove the physical cable itself, but it is quite difficult and hard to get to. So what I like to do is just wrap the mirror itself in a microfiber and just let it hang gently underneath the mirror housing while removing the mirror. So starting off, we have got one screw over there, and we have got one screw slightly further up in the middle of the lens itself. I'm not sure if you can see that one over there. So those are the two, and then other than that, it is small little clips on the inside of the mirror itself. And then the easiest little trick is working with the mirror and pulling it up towards and away from the car in this direction is the easiest. Take your time. It does require a little bit of force because there are a couple clips. Don't worry, you won't break anything, and it comes up and off that way. And I took it off really slowly, and then you can feed the glass mirror through the mirror housing itself, which is a lot easier than actually disconnecting it from the unit, and the same goes when installing the new mirror covers. So with the mirror almost off, I started off with just prying the underside ever so slightly. I was then able to get my nails on the underside here and able to just start to pull it up and away from the housing itself. Now you can see it's quite loose. I'm just going to now feed the glass mirror through the housing itself before going ahead and getting the carbon ones in place. So going ahead and fitting the carbon mirror covers, we have just loosely slotted them up and over. A little tip is, make sure to get back in the vehicle and readjust the camera lens so that it's in the square position. This will help you with sliding the mirror cap up and over, or otherwise it can be very, very tight. So remember to keep that in mind. Tilt that back into the correct position, into the square position, and that will make life a whole lot easier. So with them in the correct position, we're just going to maneuver them until they are absolutely perfect. We can then have a look through as well, making sure that the two mounting pin locations for the two 10mm screws at the top and on the left hand side are correctly lined up once we have pushed the mirror housing down into place and all of the mounting clips have been secured. Mirrors are all clipped in, as you can see, OEM fitment all the way around. We are now going to go ahead and screw in our two screws, one position at the top and one on the side here. Make sure they are lined up perfectly. Screw number 1 is now secure, and screw number 2 is also secure back into the original mirror housing with the mounting points in our carbon fiber mirrors. So make sure to not tighten these up too tight, as it is just a plastic thread within, but that is everything back together. As you can see, all the clips have been engaged, OEM fitment back on, and now we are just going to get the glass in place and gently push and slide that back on. And that is us, done and dusted.